Hello friends, in this lecture we are going to understand the concept of general register organization. Here these general registers are the those general purpose registers which reside inside the MU part of the CPU. MU, that is the memory unit, which is limited amount of numbers, which is small in quantity. So here I am just supposing that my CPU is having 7. You can see here that we are having 7 general purpose register which are used to hold the data, which is the intermediate one, which is frequently required by the ALU to perform certain tasks. These 7 general purpose registers are connected with 2 multiplexers, and these are 8 cross 1 multiplexers which are used to take the which can take 8 inputs and can provide 1 output. So all these two multiplexers, we are having 3 selection lines for each. For example, SELA and SELB for the multiplexer A and B respectively. Apart from these, there is one input line also, which is used to provide the input data from the peripheral device to the multiplexers, and all from the 7 registers or from the input device. So from these So either from these 7 registers or the data from the input registers are provided to the multiplexers, and on the basis of the instruction the data will be provided to the ALU. Here the ALU is having 5 operation lines, which means 2 raised to power 5. There are total 32 operations which can this particular ALU can perform. Finally, the data can be provided to certain output device or can be provided to any of these general purpose registers with the help of 3 cross 8 decoder. Here the 3 selection lines are for the decoder. So you can see these, there are 7 load lines through which data can be provided to any of these registers. So now let us understand this general register organization with the help of an example. Let's suppose here I am just wanted to perform an operation, that is R1 equals to R2 plus R3. So here I am just wanted to explain. So here let us understand this with the help of an example, that is R1 equals to R2 plus R3. You can see there is a control word which is generated by the CU. This is of 14 bits, 3 bits for SELA, that is selection line A, 3 bits for SELB, that is selection line B, 3 bits for SELD, that is selection line D, and 5 bits for OPR. As you can see here in the previous diagram, here are 3 selection lines for selection line A, 3 selection lines for SELB, 3 selection lines again for SELD, and 5 operational lines for the ALU. So here CU generate this 14-bit control word, and on the basis of this control word the ALU performs the operation. The ALU performs the operation on the basis of that control word. Here the binary code for R1 is 001, R2 is 010, for R3 011, and so on. So if I wanted to perform this operation R1 equals to R2 plus R3, now what happens? You can see here in the diagram, the multiplexer A with the help of selection line SELA will take the input from R2 and provide that to the ALU as an output. Similarly, multiplexer B will take the input from R3 and provided the output to the ALU. Finally, on the basis of the operation line, certain operation will perform. Here the operation is plus, so the plus operation will perform with the help of the operation line. These all R1, R2 and R3 are based on this selection lines, are based on this control word which is generated by the CU. So CU generate this control word and provided this to the ALU, and on the basis of these selection lines as well as the operation lines, ALU performs certain tasks. Multiplexers again are used to select certain input from the various inputs like R1, R2, R3, R4. All these registers are connected with the multiplexers, with the two multiplexers, multiplexer A and multiplexer B. Finally, any one input will be provided to the ALU as an output, and that is provided with the help of the control word. So in this way, all the general purpose registers are connected with the ALU and provide the intermediate results, provide the intermediate data to the ALU to perform certain tasks. Thank you.